Hey guys, Demi here from Atlas Vibrations, and I am here with your Pisces full supermoon read. Today is the day of the full moon that I am actually filming. So, if you guys have not seen my last video that I put up, so it should be the one before this one, I highly suggest going to watch it if you guys are really feeling heavy right now. I know that most of you probably have. It talks about the transits, kind of. I called it the September collective update, but it kind of extends into October. But I personally believe that the biggest part of our 4D reality now is to actually be in the moment and learning as we go on a soul level. So we can make all the predictions that we want, we can say all the things that we do know, but it's not until that we are fully present and grounded in that moment that we understand the lessons that we truly need to learn. And I talk about how the activity is also like really high around this time of year. But here we are with the full supermoon in Pisces, and once again, this is a massive clearing out of debts that we have been called to repay on a soul level. So you're experiencing things of cycles of completion when it comes to trauma, when it comes to things on a soul level. And what this means, and what I believe to be is from my own work, is Virgo and Pisces has a very, very unique axis. And for those of you that have been watching my videos for as long as you have been, if you're new, welcome. But as you can see, I have a wheel behind me, and here is Pisces, and then on the opposite end down here is Virgo. And I believe this axis to be I call it the incarnation axis, or the spiritual axis, the soul versus the tangible reality axis. So on a spiritual level, we'll talk about Pisces first, because even though it is the last wheel or sign in the wheel of the zodiac of the calendar year, it holds a lot of energy. And so with Pisces energy, it is a feminine energy. It is an energy that is ruled by water, but I personally believe that it is ruled by the spiritual, which is Aether, which is what the universe and all the energy and matter is made up of. I also know that Pisces is a sign of duality, so the biggest part of this energy is the fish, the two fish that you see there. Koi fish, I think, really is was meant to be the old ways of symbolism for that sign. And the biggest thing that Spirit's coming in and saying is that it was a sign of duality through the sign of yin and yang. And so you have probably heard me talk about masculine and feminine energy, that it is one. And I believe that this video cannot get any more Piscean, but we cannot live without the other. And I sound like from Harry Potter, like you can't live without the good and the bad, the light and the dark. Feminine and masculine energy is essentially what makes up the universe. And so imagine if you had a string, masculine energy, feminine energy, and the energy flows between within. And we are learning now on a spiritual level right now how to balance that out. The key to life is balance. And you will know when something is out of balance, when something is overactive, whether that be a chakra or a tarot card that is reversed or upright. In masculine energy, when you're trying to overdo things, and then there's feminine energy where you're trying to sit and take things in and be creative. So you guys know the most of this. So how does this fit into Piscean energy, and how does this move forward with what this energy is? Well, this energy is also very creative. It's one of the signs where we tend to romanticize things. We may have rose-colored glasses on. We see things through a certain lens. We tend to, in its shadow energy, try to escape instead of just being, instead of just flowing. Sometimes we get a little too airy and out in our minds, and we can't really ground down. So in this sense, I personally believe that Virgo and Pisces energy, like we talked about with that line, masculine, feminine, Virgo, Pisces. And so essentially with Pisces energy, I say the spiritual, we incarnate, we make our soul contracts within the universal energies, within the water, within the flow, we make our contracts, and your contract is your birth chart. For those of you that didn't know that, that is something that I've learned from my friends, my astrology friends, and showing that parts that when your birth chart, I believe my friend Mel, he told me that this is the unhealed version of you. And so this is your own thumbprint, your own blueprint. And this is why we go through life on a different way. And what this energy embodies is you make your soul contract, and then because Virgo, as you guys know, rules your daily life every day, you choose to incarnate into a physical, earthly, tangible reality, whether that is here, Sirius, the Pleiades, any other starseed system. So that is your physical, tangible reality in your day-to-day routine, daily life. Now, for some of you guys, you're like, whoa, like, you know, this is very interesting. And so what this means now is with the massive clearing out, the debts are paid. So imagine you made your soul contract. You're doing your work. You're seeing that there are wounds on your soul because your soul is ever going, and all of your lifetimes are happening at the same time. But we make karma, and what karma does is those are choices that we make that when we go against our intuition or go against doing, I don't want to say bad things, but doing things that are not in alignment with us, where we maybe hurt people or we purposely try to hurt people, or just decisions that we made in our past lives that we need to kind of like learn from in that sense. And you were now in this reality where you were learning to work through those karmic contracts. And so here we are, massive clearing out of soul karma that with Pisces on a soul level that is coming to fruition, because I believe it was the Leo King who put out a video. I didn't watch the full thing, but we are moving into 4D, 5D, or we are in 4D and we are moving into 5D. Trauma cannot come with us. So you were seeing things from when you were kids of things that are not going through. Like I am going through massive clearing outs of like hatefulness, which is pain from, I would say, quote unquote, past lives or lives where I have been hurt and wronged on a spiritual level. Pisces is all about flow, so loosening grip of control, where we couldn't have control, or we didn't have control, knowing that we never had the control, and seeing that we need to release that and realize that we don't have control like we did. And once again, this is about just being, moving in flow, water, aether, existing, and everything like that. Pisces rules dreams and visions, so it wouldn't surprise me if you're coming to cycles of completions of or seeing dreams and visions about your subconscious, about your soul, about things that you feel, things that you embody. And I also believe that Pisces energy holds, being that it is such a vast sign, that it holds every zodiac sign combined, because it, once again, from all the way from Aries all the way here, each sign embodies every sign on its way as it matures and moves through. We are stepping into our true nature and realizing our connection to being one. So some of you guys are coming to a cycle of completion. This is why it's tough and massive of clearing out, of realizing you are spiritual. It is okay to be spiritual. It is okay to honor the earth, be in that Wicca or Wiccan pagan religion of honoring your soul, the earth, where you live, the planets, and not necessarily like worshiping, but I personally believe on a Catholicism level or Catholic level, where they say, look at the Ten Commandments, there shall not be any other gods before me. Not that I'm against Catholic religion, I was raised Catholic, but I personally start to see that it was bounds for means of control, of not being able to be in that spiritual energy. So we're going through and getting rid of those things. We are realizing too that we are crossing paths in the spiritual. So you're coming to cycles of completion where knowing that you are spiritual, you have spirit guides. Some of you are coming to the realization that you are psychic, that you have psychic abilities, and that you're not going to allow other people to dictate that. And trying to get in touch with maybe like gods or other extraterrestrials that you have been working with, or dabbling into the spiritual energy. The key thing that they want us to take is allow these changes to happen. We're going through a lot of changes where we are going through an emotional body. We are essentially, in a way, being reborn again. We are being called to balance out our lives on a spiritual level and seeing where we need to be more spiritual in our daily lives. Obviously, this happens in a certain area of the chart. So, for example, mine is happening in the 6th house. And the best examples that I can give you, well, one, look up your chart, see where it's at, which house it's coming in, because this is a very potent moon. It's the blue moon. So this is the 2nd moon in August. So take this as a really great way to uplift. And so I'm seeing what's not fitting in my daily routines. And because it's ruled by Virgo in my 6th house, it essentially is seeing on my daily routines coming to completions about how I do my work, my what's not fitting, where am I not flowing, where are there not enough boundaries, because Pisces is very boundaryless. There are no boundaries, whereas Virgo, they're very stubborn, and so you take that opposite energy and see where you need to bring that balance into your daily life that way. So realizing like there's certain things I need to take care of my health better, setting boundaries with myself, seeing that I need to make more better choices, seeing things that just don't fit anymore. And so Neptune came in because this rules Pisces energy in modern astrology. So illusions are coming down, and this was something that I forgot. And the moon in tarot is ruled by Pisces. So this is all about emotions and how we feel and going through those cycles. So rose-colored glasses, like we talked about, they're being removed. So when we're coming to a cycle of completion, a full moon highlights all the aspects of things that we didn't see in the moon cycle. So you're seeing massive amounts of illusions, like the illusion is being shown on the illusion, and seeing where the ultimate form of truth of the soul on a deep level. So what this means is you may have been living in a rose-colored glasses like idea where you thought that life was a certain way, and you had this whole mental like creative way about things, and then the full moon comes in because it's Pisces energy, full blown. You're seeing that, wow, I had illusions about this and I didn't see the full blown truths of it at a deep soul level, realizing that probably you knew it the whole time, and knowing that you had to make those change. And so you're seeing illusions where there were illusions, where there wasn't truth, and seeing that where you are on a deep soul level to make those changes through past lives that have not, or wounds that still need to be taken care of now, so that way it can't come with you where you're going now. So take this as the best way to clear out any massive emotions that you're feeling of hatred, pain, where you couldn't be yourself, where you couldn't be creative, where you couldn't show expression through like music, art. Pisces are known for being very creative. They feel everything. It's a very emotional sign, and the illusions that they cry a lot too. But Spirit's advice to us right now is the Ace of Wands reverse. A lot of us have been feeling passionless and not driven, and this is something where they're reminding us that we need to step into a creative energy in order to move through and feel our emotions to get what we want, to feel emotional fulfillment. So if we're lacking in that creative energy and we're just kind of sitting, Spirit saying, in our emotions, there is no way more better in life to create. That is the ultimate purpose of no matter what starseed system that you live in, is to create. So we need to step into this more. And also for some, you need to feel your anger through. Anger is an emotion. It's not all about crying and the tears and like all that stuff. Emotion is emotion, whether it's sadness, jealousy, greed, lust, in all those shadow aspects. The shadow aspects are being highlighted right now for us to work through that, and those darker sides of ourselves where we feel those things, because it shows us truly how we feel, where we need to heal, where we need to make change. And so this is essentially what we need. Best practical energy Spirit says to take right now is the World. This could not be any more fitting. So for those of you coming to a spiritual completion, this is a great time to ground down, meditate, and go through that transformation. And let those cycles of completion come through. You're realizing that there are parts of you that are no longer you anymore. Some of you are realizing that you need to travel, that it's time for you to leave your home and to kind of get out and see things on a different level. Also, hold on. Allow yourself to be reborn again. I'm hearing Scorpio, so for some of you guys, you could have Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, but allow this change to close out massive amounts. I'm even, Spirit saying, of pain, that you guys have shed a lot of tears about certain things, but they're saying within your soul, like, you know your own truth, and this is the best time, they're saying, to get in touch with your intuition, allow the chapters to close, even if it is painful. And if that means feel your emotions through, cry it out, work through it, talk to, they're saying, good friends and good people you know that have your back and will support you in these changes, and not try, they're showing me like holding you back. Do not, like they're saying, go to the people that do not support you and do not hold you, like, or are holding you back. So I hope this read resonated with you. Until next time, my friends, namaste.